Welcome to the Daily Show. We have a very special guest tonight. If you are involved in the sport of wrestling, you have probably heard the name Brinzer. Well, tonight we are lucky to have Coach Brinzer here to discuss his clinched Year 5 start camps. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
A man of few words, I see.
Well, you did not really ask me any questions, so logically, there are not a lot of words that need to be used to say a simple thank you.
Alrighty then. So, I understand you have a groundbreaking camp system that can change how people think about wrestling camps.
Yes, we have created what we believe to be a very unique system.
What was the driving factor in creating your own camp system?
Camps and clinics are frustrating. During the season, you get to work with the same athletes every day and make great progress. Then, at camps, you just show a bunch of moves to kids you don't know. Technique is important, of course, but if that's all it took to make great wrestlers, coaches would have been replaced by DVDs. I wanted to create camps that were significant and accomplished more, and I realized, for a week of camp to be important, it is to change the way the athletes spend the rest of the year.
Sounds like the emphasis is really on the individual athlete. You had your first camp last year. Do you think that those wrestlers are better off for attending?
You should talk to the athletes about that. I don't want to claim anything for them. We did have a number of athletes and parents write and say some very nice things afterwards though, so I think I can safely say that some of them felt they were better off.
Well, they are not here, so let's move on. Most camps pack the kids in. I noticed your camp only has 64 wrestlers. Why is that?
Mostly because I'm a better wrestling coach than businessman. I want to get things done. It's hard to do that when you don't know any of the athletes, and you can't keep track of anybody. We can be much more effective in a camp of modest size, with a good ratio of coaches to athletes.
There is some buzz out there about a coaching clinic that goes along with this camp. Could you tell us more about that aspect?
Sure, we're looking for good coaches who want to be better, to play supporting roles in the camp. Each of our apprentice coaches will lead a team, run tests and sit in on the lectures and demonstrations. It's work, but should be very rewarding if you love coaching.
What is the benefit for a coach?
They get to learn along with the athletes, and I think we'll cover a good deal of material that's new even to an experienced coach. They'll also get to coach matches and get feedback on their coaching. It's kind of a workshop environment in that way.
Sounds like you will be teaching them a lot.
I guess, but part of coaching is untaught. You pick it up from being around other coaches. I can hear Dan Gable and Tom Brands in my head, for instance, and a lot of that comes out when I'm motivating athletes. You don't get that kind of thing from study, but by taking any chance you get to be around good people.
Excellent. Sounds like a real win-win.
Perhaps most importantly, though, you will not wash dishes, mow grass, or change diapers for a week. But if you tell anyone this is the real reason I run camps, I will deny it.
Ha, you made it funny. We all know that most young athletes have hopes of wrestling in college. Will this camp help kids get more recognition?
That is a major aim of the camp. College coaches have a difficult time getting the information they need on athletes. Often they have to rely on personal contacts or recommendations. We are giving them objective data and impartial analyses. That helps coaches recognize which athletes fit their programs, which means happier, successful wrestlers.
Good deal. There are a lot of camps out there, all targeted at different level of wrestlers. What kind of wrestler is this camp for?
First off, we can talk about what kind of wrestler this camp is not for. If you would like to win, but you are going to keep doing what you have always been doing, no matter what anyone tells you, save your money. We cannot help. Improvement means change. If you are looking for the way forward and are willing to follow wrestling where it leads you, we can help. Having a plan is good. Being able to make and execute a plan is better. We want athletes who are ready to take responsibility for their own careers.
This really does sound like a different kind of camp.
As I like to say, something new from mankind's oldest sport.
Finally, what would you tell a kid who is considering attending, but is unsure?
First, to act in your own best interests and be decisive. That's part of what we're going to teach anyway. If you think this camp will help your wrestling, do it. If not, don't. We're going to talk about how to break down video, how to learn from better wrestlers, and from your own mistakes. We will try learning technique through experimentation. We will test your physical capacities, so you can see how you compare to other athletes. It is all designed to send you home knowing what you need to do. You need to decide whether you are the kind of person to follow through on it.
Well, thank you for stopping by, and I wish you and your camp the best of luck.
Thank you.